and Steven Matz. Again, live from Buffalo here. Third base, Luis Torrens is behind the plate. Jake Bauer in 12th. He had a positive COVID test, and we are underway to J.P. Crawford. There's a strike.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Matz looks. This is a guy who came off the IL, the COVID.
First base, Vlad Jr. is the DN. Biggio at third. I never say like Craig Biggio, but I say Dante Bichette all the time. So 117 weight slugging and weighted runs created plus 100.
Oh no, it's going to stay in the yard. He hammers fastballs.
Call a home run right out of the bat, like you know these things.
I played in that yard
In Buffalo, Cleveland.
I was with the Braves in Richmond.
121 weighted runs created plus. He's kind of the power.
Yeah, one thing they do a lot, they see a lot of pitches, obviously not this, but finally went on the IL, man. If you take out those couple weeks before he went on the IL.
It was asymptomatic, so it wasn't like he was bedridden.
And he had his second most swinging strikes in a start in his last time out before all.
Goes to the Blue Jays. First positive impression early on. The 1-2 is down low quickly.
Absolutely. I think spring training and kind of strut his stuff again.
France with the ground ball. Bichette off the bat. Marcus Semien leading off. Bo Bichette batting second. Sheffield, 25 years old. Left hand. Marcus Semien takes a ball inside.
And that pitch right there to Sheffield, he has really struggled.
Monster 2019. He was a legit MVP candidate, up high, 3-0 quickly. And then, or are you that guy from 2019?
To grab a one-year deal because I would have thought a lot of teams, a lot of general managers would have.
And here's Bo Bichette. Base hit. I look, going to third. Nicely done. Look at that.
Nature.
685 slugging. Going after the first pitch as well.
Vlad Jr. with runners on in scoring.
It's a good gauge of like what the thought is about a guy in a certain off season.
I don't believe that we did, obviously. That's changed a lot.
I just think the game humbled him. What do you want to be, right? All the tools in the world, and they're...
Pulled the string nicely
He
there,
did.
Ryan.
He did. Really, the only way huge boost for Justice.
In the game, over-under is 10.
Ball in the top half of the first. I might go under. Because that looked like it was leaving.
You see the defense there for the Mariners. Can you let the ref count? Let the ref count. Hero ball.
Through that pitch last year, he was fastball slider, two-pitch guy.
Did I make that up? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Hey, you all looked at me like I'm crazy. I'm not following it that good. He's earned it. He's slugging up around 5. The 1-2. Took something off that as well. Oh, and they got him?
Canada, of course, when these two teams play at T-Mobile Park in Seattle, always closely watched.
It's a strange year for these guys, bouncing back and forth. Is
About enough.
Yeah, we talked to Charlie Mon. So, they're not a good home team as of now, but they don't have a home stadium. Seager strikes out, but it's not ideal. And that much you can see. And then behind the scenes, wives, kids, you're moving around, and you're
On MLB Central is the fact that getting your first call up to the big leagues. Oh, here you go, bud.
gloves that. Let's check out the average line, and we'll give you those choices: Judge, Guerrero, Machado, or Ronald Acuna Jr. It was a line drive, and I'm like, play to first. I don't see a guy running back to first. Like, did he just quickly 3-0?
A new life in a Seattle uni.
He has.
Little flare into center field, base hit, 2-out man on.
It's taken, so, you get the go
Right.
bat.
Tom Murphy's career. I like that. I love the way Semien went to third.
Perry Hill has been the guy for him. Ball glove side into righties it's average. So they changed it to a two-seam fastball, trying to generate more contact. But he has to get down.
Average, and this was one of their big acquisitions. Paid.
Largest contract in team history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just inside. And that there's a lot of corner outfielders who can hit. Not many can play center field, and Springer is good enough.
As you're saying with the offense. But, I mean, so much credit to the Blue Jays. Everything they've done without him.
They'd made the announcements were made. All these reporters got after it. Put your foot on the accelerator. These guys are.
It's got to be down in the strike zone, or it's going to be a lot more of
As
this.
opposed to another guy, oh, this guy's hitting us. How about this, though, BK? You bring in a Springer, but you still hold on to Randall Grichuk.
Above league average as well. And look, and what they.
You're in a good spot.
Yeah, you got a real attack. It's
He's-
5-year, 52. Nobody out. George Springer on first. Grichuk and the smaller Joey Votto. Fouled back again. And the thing.
They've lived up to it. I mean, the one who took the longest to...
Another base hit. It's like at least 3 By the way,
to do it on his own, especially watching the way
into the major leagues immediately. I don't know, D-R, if you're hip to this. You see, as he lays off, there's a quality tick, meaning he is not swinging outside of the zone.
I'm trying to think back, was Craig a free swinger? I mean,
He was balanced. He got hit by a ton of pitches.
Christmas dinner, Kevin's like, well, Dad, I got a better eye than you. You know?
Is Kevin?
His dad, Craig, by the way, he was the best called. We all knew what the Hansen Award was. It was big stuff. Back in the day, Ryan, it was big
Then
stuff.
he went to Seton Hall and teamed up.
Cavan was not that. He worked his way through. Takes us. He is.
I know.
Where were you?
I had to grind.
Where were you?
7th.
Oh, there's a quality take. That is gorgeous. That is state of the art plate display.
Every list.
That is
It's
impressive.
on every list.
And here is Lourdes Gurriel. 100 is league average if you don't speak this language. 280.
Ooh, there you go. There it was.
On the whole, more than 2 runs are scored when you get them Blue Jays. No score here in the second. And that's a strike.
There you go.
And move the plate.
You know what's surprising, too? You get in the minors and getting your own food. Nowhere to put him, 3-2.
A little bit there.
Payoff pitch. Field, that should be deep enough. Haniger can throw, but not like that. Springer tags up. He's going to score. And Grichuk goes into third as well. And here's Riley Adams, catcher today. Sarah, a -40. Weighted runs created plus.
Let's point that out, too. But
And his counterpart, Reese McGuire, has actually been swinging Jansen and Kirk down the.
Oh, we're talking about draft picks. Justice Sheffield was a first-round pick. Yeah, at the bottom of the first round, but he was a pick. 2-1. I guess. It's still a tap. Enough? No.
Send him.
Send him? Trammell? No. Guy be safe for you. You got to send guys.
Shallow. You can't disrespect him there and go.
It's Louis Rivera, the third base coach right there. Walked the first time up.
absolutely. I mean, the default thought is just Manny Machado standing in right field.
Promoted because you want power guys. They're there. And if you ban the shift,
I can't.
25
I'm
plus?
hunting
Yes, you
windows
can.
being to see Francisco.
No, but
Lindor
you're
go in the hole and make Jeter jump throws.
that's down low, just missed. So 3 and LeMahieu's of the world who can spray the ball
live.
Yeah,
Because I was a guy that could move the ball around, but I also didn't.
I think if the game can somehow correct.
Seager off the Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and who would I
Who are you
pick?
going with?
I like Aaron Judge a lot.
Darren mentioned some of the plate discipline too, man. That is a tough at bat.
I don't know. I saw him strike out just a few minutes ago.
That series they had at Fenway, I know they lost the game every now and then.
5 singles now, at least. Double
Most singles in a game this year.
brings up Taylor Trammell, 23-year-old,
Mark
former
Teixeira
first-round pick.
used to say there's table set. They can't have 9 table clearers.
Trevor Bauer trade. He was a Reds first-round pick, 2016. Exciting.
Hendricks flipped it to himself, caught it,
And he was a guy, when he was younger, Trammell fouls that off. He had 20, you got to go back to 20. Not a number 1, an ace. You look like a
certainly
number.
has to commit to it. Steven Matz, nice.
Wow, yeah, bouncing that off the plate. Bichette on the ground, no. And hard. And he got around and scored.
He's got some.
But when I looked up, I thought, we got to play. No, we don't have a play to the plate. We've seen everything. Oh!
It's a hit.
I'm good with that. It's a hit.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Games at first this year, only 7 in his career. But expected. And this is what we're talking about. Seattle is a little better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't take extra bases very much, but we're seeing more aggression just here
They
tonight.
took 2 out of 3 against the Twins, swept, took 2 out of 3 against the White Sox. So that's 2 division leaders in there that they won series. They surround them, they crush them, and they just. Mitch Haniger's part of that. Look, Haniger is a guy, he's very baseball-y, right? Production.
You talk about a slow rebuild. What?
Down in the minors, but he'll be back. Big strikeout there for Matt. My friends, by the way, is mic'd up for us. Ball thing is he talking about? Oh, he's talking about the lineup? Is that Don Wakamatsu you said? Is it?
Dom?
It's the little things.
It's
By the way,
it's scratch.
It's upsetting.
We're gonna play like chicken scratch.
That's a good point.
That's a team.
That, but tore up the minors. And has very good numbers right now. Let's see. Ty France, he's 26. By the way, he's faster than you think. Look, the Giants, I don't think they'd be the best team in baseball, best team in the National League on him next year, but unlikely to pick that up.
Trade it then turns into a player's option. So
Really?
that's been the tough part about, with the conversation.
There are certain guys, like I look at Adam Wainwright, I think back to Chipper Jones. I can't imagine.
To some of these younger players.
No doubt.
Perry Hill, especially with
1-1, 2 outs now, and Steven Matz, by the way, after giving up back-to-back, trying to get out.
Yeah.
Seager was a 5-win player, to use the war vernacular. Long been one of the underrated players in baseball.
he's swinging out.
3 to left field, and that's must be a wind tunnel going out. 2-run shot for Kyle Seager.
I think, too, Steven Matz kind of...
This looked like he was pitching decently early on. Here's...
Yeah, it was good to see them make.
Doesn't seem like there's too many ABs left in that lineup.
No, but I'm with 4 years hitting-wise. Luis Torrens, the catcher, fouls that back. 3-2. The dugout now going, hey, I'm up big. 3-2. Bo Bichette fires it to...
It was. I mean,
That's excellent. Here's Bichette now. Bichette, again, he ambushes quite a bit. He's number 1st inning. See the
There's Manto playing for the Buffalo Bison.
Yeah, it's down low. No, I mean, by the way,
dude, he's over at first base having a good old chat, laughing. Up a 6 spot.
Yeah, right. That's what you'd like to outlaw, D-Rubs, the shift.
Impactful, but he keeps his shoulders so square that
In the American League. Takes a strike. Well, he was taking 4 strikes. He was out there in his, suit right there. That guy's about to come to the major leagues. The 1-1. It's a lot of fun. And the combination of, 2-1.
Good pitch right there.
By the way,
He has to get inside the strike zone. That's kind of...
I can't imagine. You go from, you're the top offensive player, and then I think I'll start tonight. Missed down. Fans recognizing his... Realize that. Yeah, top 3 at each position. Also has enormous sprint speed. You see the way who hit the ball like barrel rate, crush it, and can also explode. Tyler O'Neill wouldn't expect that. To Teoscar Hernandez.
okay.
Oh!
Okay.
Could you imagine, though, how catching would...
Look at Luis Torrens. A strike if you're a pitcher. I understand that, right? Things on the field. You still need a guy there. No one's... Get going. Look at this.
As Bo Bichette is, this is not a good base running.
It was a game against the Yankees, and D-Row, you would have loved it. See, normally I wonk out. Sarah and I are going over the numbers and the algo showing those sliders. On the line, base hit. Bo Bichette will score. Can they get another run? Got to play at the plate, diving in. Brings up Cavan Biggio. And back to your point, just dropping that weight and getting serious about your career. Yep. 2 to Cavan Biggio. Ground ball into the dreaded shift. Oh.